Make sure you subscribe to Deji Spurs and the Hotspur Cave. You know what I'm saying? It's all there. So guys, big up everyone in the chat. Big up Sky, Marcus, EMs, Clicks, SP, and so many more. As you are, guys.
For real, like big up to everyone. And look, let me just pull it out there so that people know. Like off stage, Casey and Jojo are close to me. They're like my brother. They're close to me. They're like my mother, innit? These two brothers here. But let's go into this game, yeah. Casey and Kiz, there's nothing you man can say right now. All you man can do is accept your position, innit? That you man are little bros. We little broed you. Let me talk from front to back, innit? I said on this show a week ago, 2 weeks ago, who's better, Kudus or Saka? You lot did the obvious thing, because I know that Kiz and Casey, they were them brothers that used to read the Metro every day on the train, innit? You two brothers, innit? Whenever you wanted to catch up on news, you read the Metro. Hush your gums. I done told you, if you use your eyes, you can see that Kudus is a crazy brother. When you wanted to do the foolishness thing, Kudus cooked your Miles Lewis Kelly today. He had him spinning, he had his shorts ripped. But the big one for me was your star boy, because we had a star boy and you had a star boy, innit? Yeah? Your star boy up against Jed Spence. Right now, Jed Spence was moving like Papa Smurf. You get me? Papa Spence, yeah? Because Saka couldn't do nothing, bro. Where was your boy Saka? Yeah, where was your defender? Your defender that you just brought in was getting squashed by my attackers like a mosquito. You know the one I'm talking about, bro. And then you had Odebear spinning Ben White all over the place. And then Mourinho thought he was hard because he was squaring up to Brennan Johnson. Is that all you got? Is that all you got? And then guess what? My other star boy, you get me? Pap Sarr scores a goal from the halfway line because it was light work. Remember, real talk, if you man are being genuine, it should have been 4-0 in that first half to Spurs.
Oh my
post. You've never seen anything quite like it. Now, I'm not hearing no rubbish. Why would you fly all the way to Hong Kong to put up a pathetic performance like that? And before Keir starts chatting rubbish about, Gyökeres, the Swedish Ollie Watkins, he wasn't match fit. What has he been doing for the last couple of weeks? Eating burgers and hot dogs. Is that what he's been doing? Because why couldn't he run? The guy's a bum. I done told you, Gyökeres. Where was he for the 12 minutes he was on the pitch? Nowhere. Man was looking like Zertsky with an asthma pump. Yeah, deep breaths. Deep breaths. Hold that. Yeah, Gyökeres. Yeah. As for Zubimendi, Zubi-Doo, where were you? Because men can't see you right now. When I was telling you that Partey's your guy, nah, we got Zubimendi. We got Zubi-Doo. Where was he? Where was him and Scrappy, bro? Where was Zubi-Doo? Where were you? You get me? Because man can't see you right now. That's right. Hold that, bro. Right? Tottenham. And you know what? This is why Thomas Frank is a G. So after flying all the way to Hong Kong, you imagine that's like a 14, 15-hour flight. Yeah? We were jet lagged, all of us. Yeah? And remember, you left before me. You left before Spurs. So you had longer to acclimatize to the local cuisines and the altitude. You had more time. Yeah? Where was the man then? Where was the energy, bro? Where was it? And then we even took all our players off. We took off Romero, Van der Ven, Richarlison, Kudus. And we said, go on, here's Ben Davis, do your thing. And you couldn't do it. How can Arsenal not register a goal against their North London rivals? Hold that, bro. Casey, I see your lips open, bro. You're right. You're right to be perplexed. Casey's there sitting there like this. Yeah, it was like that, bro. It was like that. They're moving to us. Yes, we did. So, man, then, when I said to you, your squad, Kears, that your squad needed work, Casey fast himself and was like, you know what? We don't need to worry about our starting 11. We're too busy sorting out our bench. What for you?
Like, I want to sit down and just think, like, what are we actually doing here?
You know what?
It's a pre-season game, and I'm hearing the maddest of maddest chat
No,
Nah,
but
I've
this
never
is
even.
No, it's not.
I mean,
Can I
this is perfect.
ask a question though? Because you man are bedrooms, yeah. Kiers, can I just ask a question? Are you London based?
Yeah.
And did you study in like Cardiff or something? I'm
Nah.
asking a question. You know, let me tell you why I'm asking whether you studied in Cardiff. Because the way I know what you was about to say. You're one of them brothers that will drive from London to Cardiff for a rave to check gal. You get me? And then you stand there in the club with your drink, and you're just looking. Like you really traveled 4 hours to do that? Come on, bro. Come on. At least try something, innit? At least move to someone. At least get a number before you leave. Do you know what I'm saying? You man flew all the way to Hong Kong to get whacked up by your North London rivals, and you got nothing to say.
And we finished 17th.
You know what? Do you know what? As a brother, you know, I told you at the beginning, you man are Casey and Jojo. You're close to me. You're like my brother. You're close to me. You're like my brother. Let me meet you at where you're at, because you don't want to do the result thing. Yeah, and I get it. I get it. Pre-season, the results don't matter. It's about the performances. So I will ask you, who in your team played well?
I think Mascara when he come on played well. I liked his cameo.
Man said Maybelline mascara, you know. Say.
Opinion.
Saliba played well.
You asked me who you think played well. That's who I think had a good cameo when he come on.
Saliba played well.
Saliba played the whole game, is it not? I thought your 15-year-old you on the left, on the right.
Yeah, I thought he was.
Yeah, Dalman had a decent cameo as well.
He was on lock and key, but he played well. The brothers got a lot of potential.
How about this? You looked most dangerous when he was on the ball, but he still didn't do nothing. Yeah.
But can I be real, Kiers? Help me out. Can I just say a couple of factual things, banter aside? Our manager has been in job, 2 months, maybe less than. Your manager's been in job 6.5 years. Your team is arguable to say your team is more settled than Spurs. Remember, you man were the ones telling us that you've been finishing second the last 3 years. And then when people are trying to say that Gyökeres is not fit, what was he in Dubai eating burgers? Because nowadays, the man them are training even in the off season. So I want to know from you, how comes you lost? Because you had all the man them there. All your new signings were there. It was a strong team. You had a lot of the ball second half. What was missing? Even Kai Havertz was there. You're 29, trying to do his thing. How comes you lost to Spurs?
Because Deji, it's as simple as this. It's pre-season. Anything can happen.
Nothing is done.
Wolfie, just relax yourself. Yeah? Because
you're the one coming in all jumpy, bro.
Let me tell you something, bro. You ain't beating Arsenal with your under 15s. 14s, under 9s, 21s, you ain't beating them. They're slapping you up.
Spurs.
And let me tell you something. When you play Tottenham, I can't wait to send you lot back to Sherwood Forest, Longleat Forest, Aberdeen Forest, Yellowstone National Park. You know, like that. You made a lot of serious footballers, bro.
How many points did you send me back with, Dej, last time? How many points did you send me back with, Dej?
Bruv, let me tell you, like Wolfie, like I told you, the only positive thing that Nottingham Forest did last season was allow us to meet each other. But let's be real. We are giving you a honorary position on this show. Honorary, because you ain't doing nothing in the league, bro. But we're going to allow you to be
what are you doing in the league, Dej?
Because you are an entertainer and we find you funny. That's the only reason why you're here,
Dej, you want to do this again? Because I'll ask the question. What did you say you're doing in the league this season?
Let me tell you. Right now, I just told Northside, straight up and down, we are top 4 this season, straight. Remember?
No. What did you say you were doing? Are you taking back?
You want me to tell you?
Are you taking back when you said you're in a title race?
We're involved, bro. I'm not saying we're involved.
Nah, Did you stop this?
We're heavily involved.
Stop this.
Jay, this is your
Jay, did you know what's the game? Jay, can I ask you a question?
Why did you never learn?
You're my family, yeah? Is Arsenal in the title race?
No.
Here we go.
What title race?
If Arsenal,
what title race? The title race ain't started.
Arsenal in the title race, yeah or nay?
What are you talking about? There's no title race. It doesn't start until April.
Bro, I'm telling you before we kicked a ball that we're involved.
In what? The title race?
Yeah.
Are you gonna remember that you said this?
Of course I am.
Because I've heard you say this a lot of times in many
Chat,
seasons.
don't
Remember the treble last season. The treble last season.
Because the
I'm
chat
not
are
even
gonna
gonna lie,
remember
because
this, and they're gonna cook me. Don't cook me. Remember, I didn't say this.
Yeah, Jay,
Don't
you're
worry,
not
Jay, I know
involved. Jay.
you're not the one
involved.
that needs to go to the mental institution. I know this. Don't worry.
Can I just say something?
Nah,
Hooks
cook
tried to draw me out on Twitter, and the truth of the matter is, Hooks, right now you're looking like you've been sun-kissed. You know what I mean, bro? Like the truth of the matter is, bro, you're looking sun-kissed, bro. We panned you, bro. We slapped you up. You know that already.
No,
if you're involved, then I'm involved. It's as simple as.
Wait, no, that's not the thing.
If you're involved, I'm involved. Bruv, where are you gonna be this season, Wolfie? Where are you gonna be?
I hope you are going to tell me Forest are going to be relegated, because your takes are so bad that probably puts us in a title race just based on you saying it.
Bro, I'll be real with you. I know I make wild statements, but I'm not delusional. I reckon you man will be 12th.
Go on, sorry, Deji. Take the
No, I was just saying, a lot of people in the chat are saying that I'm smoking budge, but one signing and we beat Arsenal
on an empty stomach.
One signing and we beat Arsenal, though. I'm just saying. Bro, Hooks, you thought today's game was a good game in terms of it was competitive, right?
No, it was nowhere near competitive. It was some Super Bowl.
It wasn't competitive.
It wasn't competitive.
Oh, they weren't tackles. There weren't tackles flying in.
But doesn't make it competitive.
It was physical.
If tackles are flying in, it's competitive, bro. Wolfie, you know.
I need you to remember. I need you to remember this. I need you to remember, Deji.
Yeah.
Like, you scored from an Arsenal mistake,
from the halfway line,
which should have been a foul. Like, you didn't score from like.
Oh, don't do the foul thing. Bro.
You didn't score from like some epic play or like beautiful, I don't know, tiki taka, whatever. Open us up or none of that. Like,
we actually can't see where Eze fits in, because for me, if Eze comes to Arsenal, he has to play in the 10. That's where he looks effective. And I don't see Eze go into Arsenal to sit on the bench and playing second fiddle to Odegaard. It doesn't make sense.
In a World Cup season, I hear it. Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? Whereas I actually think it would be a better fit for Eze to go to Spurs, simply not because it's Spurs. No, Hawks, listen, but he's guaranteed to be one of the best players at Spurs, if not our biggest signing of the summer.
But you've got
he's guaranteed to be our biggest signing of the summer. What are you talking about? He wants to
speaking so sensibly, bro, and then you chuck the S word.
I thought you was about to say something so profound. Like, he was actually, I was like, oh yeah, he's actually making sense.
Points. Yeah.
Then he goes, makes more sense at
But listen to what I said. If Eze wants to play in the World Cup, he's not going to go and play. Why would he go and play
first team at Arsenal
when he can be the main man at Spurs?
He's first team at Arsenal.
He'll go on the left.
Okay, can I be honest, Cass? Like, one thing about Arteta is he doesn't do the norm. That's the point that Wolfie's saying. Like, if he did what he's just supposed to do, he would have done. Like, let's look at Gyökeres, for example. You've just brought in the striker that you've been calling out for. It's a North London derby. The least you could do is allow your fans to see your new top gunman have some decent minutes, but no,
but he's
not had no training, bro. He's had nothing. He's had
training. But how do you get more fitness?
The truth of the matter is, bro, I told you a couple of weeks back, that our squads were pretty much on par, and you laughed. You were like, nope, your squad is better than mine. And I was saying to you, bro, that you guys spent more time fixing your bench than your starting 11. And I told you that just with Kudus coming in, it was going to take us to a whole nother level. But let's break down the game. Well, Jed Spence had your star boy Saka in his pocket. Saka didn't know what hit him. That little lefty, nothing. Shut up, move out my way. First thing. Kudus was cooking Miles Lewis-Kelly. Let's be real. Miles Lewis-Kelly, the way he's been playing all season, you were like, you know what, man's moving like he's 21, 22. Today, he looked like a youth, bro. Kudus patterned him. Then Older Bear had Ben White spinning around like Kylie Minogue. Papsar was running things in that midfield. Where was Odegaard? Where was I had Arsenal fans telling me about Zubimendi. Today it was like Zubi doo. Where were you? I can't see you right now. Imagine you can't see him right now. Where was he, bro? He was getting moved to by my midfield. You get me? Let's be real. 1-0 is a flattering scoreline to you, Arsenal. Red Tottenham, Spicy Spurs, Scotch Bonnet FC, Red Hot Chili Peppers. We hit the post 4 times. Should have, could have easily been 4-0 to Spurs at half time. Light work. And to make matters worse, we take off Romero, we take off Van de Ven, we take off Odegaard who was cooking, we take off Kudus who was cooking, we take off Richarlison, that was the problem. And we said, come on then, Arsenal. We stick out Ben Davies for you. Do your thing. For you, man, to fly all the way from London Heathrow to Hong Kong and to put up a pathetic performance, despite the fact that you got there a day before us. And I don't know if it was the altitude. I don't know what was it. But the other thing was Jokeres, a.k.a. the Swedish Ollie Watkins. Do you get me? Man was looking like Xerxes. Man was looking like he had too many burgers, bro. People said, oh, he only had 18 minutes. He only had 12 minutes. That was enough. That was enough for me to realize he's not that guy. He's not that guy that you've been shaking your bum about. That game was easy for Tottenham. That was the first North London derby, pre-season or not, where Arsenal didn't look like scoring. Hold that. And then, what happened to set pieces? And I think the funniest thing was that Mosquito that you played at the back. What? You put Mosquito alongside Saliba and you thought he was going to do what? Shut up. Oh, for me, Arteta, 6.5 years, this team finished second, last 3 seasons in a row, and that's all you could give, as opposed to Thomas Frank, who's literally been in under 2 months, and we was able to beat you 1-0. And you could already see the improvement in Tottenham's team already. Defensively, we look more sound. And I did say that to you, Northside, and I think maybe you're probably the only Arsenal fan that heard what I said and was legit and didn't banter me too tough in it. I said, what happens if this brother gets a tune out of you, doggy? If he gets a tune out of Van de Ven, Romero, Pedro Porro, Bissouma, Papsar, Bentancur, it could be long. Already, you can see the job he's done with Papsar. Look how old the bear was cooking, bro. You, man, couldn't handle it. Flip-flap, flip-flap. Right now, you might as well call my club Flip-flap FC because you, man, got flip-flapped. So, Arsenal fans, there's nothing you can... There is no... The only positive you can take from this game is that 15-year-old Max Bauman, Max going up, that going down. I don't give a damn. He's a good player, but he's not going to be playing because man's doing his GCSEs this year. You know, like that. Man's in school. So, really... When I'm telling people that Tottenham could finish above Arsenal or our squad is on par, well, we saw it today because you pretty much played your full squad, bro. You played your full squad. Everyone was used and you lost. So as for me, I deserve to have all the chest in the world because we even put out weaker players than you and you still couldn't penetrate us. 3 times they scored. Let's talk about the fact that people were telling me that Tottenham is Arsenal's little bros. Well, Romero on Kai Havertz. Who little broed who? Jed Spence on Saka. Who little broed who? Kudus on Miles Lewis-Skelly. Who little broed who? Odegaard on my man. Who little broed who? Papsar and Raya. Who little broed who? The fact of the matter is, Tottenham team pretty much little broed the whole of that Arsenal team today. And there is no excuse. North London derby is North London derby, even if you say it quick. You don't fly all those miles to Hong Kong and to put up that pathetic performance that you man did. I knew that there were frailties in your defensive lineup. We got a glimpse of it today. Remember, the season starts in 2 weeks, bro. It's 2 weeks, not 2 months. And from what I saw today, Tottenham looked good. And Arsenal look like there's a lot of work to be done. And look, I know, let me not be too harsh on Jokeres. He's got 2 weeks to work to burn off all the burger he's eaten pre-season, you know, like that. That's it. But that's it. Get him to the gym, get him on the treadmill, get him moving his legs. Because the guy's looking stiff, bro. Stiff.
This is how shit this guy is. Martinelli should be holding bench, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing?
But, bro, I think for me, I think it's fair to say that I'm allowed to have a little bit of chest because a lot of men were cooking me for the fact that Tottenham drew with Luton, Tottenham drew with Wycombe Wanderers, and the fact that we turned up today and we did what we did to you and we looked fairly comfortable. And you got to think Thomas Frank is just getting started. And I can't. And remember, Tottenham are going to be bringing in maybe a Polina. We've still got 60 mil that we want to spend. We didn't spend it on Morgan Gibbs, so maybe we might go back into the transfer window for Eze. And the only reason why I think we might go back is because it looks like you man are going to flop the Eze deal. You man don't want to trigger the release clause. You man are doing everything within your power not to get Eze over the line. And for me, I said it and I say it again. And I said it to you, Northside, and it was quite strange because usually me and you agree, but sometimes I feel like maybe you stream a little bit too long and you starting to get a little bit ahead of yourself because you keep reading the chat. Because I told you about your team hasn't really improved, and I wasn't sure about Gyökeres, but yet you were telling me, and I'm not judging Gyökeres today. I'm judging your team. Your team doesn't look like you're saying. There's been no evolution in over the summer. There hasn't, none of the players apart from Gyökeres and Zubimendi. What does Zubimendi do? Yes, I know Zubimendi is going to need time to settle down. We know Gyökeres needs time to settle down. And apart from, it just looks a bit meaty, bro. And I'm concerned for you, man. Like, genuinely, I feel like Chelsea now are going to pull away from you, man. Liverpool's definitely pulling away from you, man. You can't.
Yeah, you're judging based on preseason. Yes. Clap for Deji Sports. Yes. Chelsea's going to pull away. Just no, they're going to pull away without you're just judging from our preseason display. Great. Oh, top podcaster. I mean, Deji Sports, you deserve the plaudits for that. No. See, people in the chat, please just clap for Deji Sports. I mean, clap for him. I mean, what a podcaster, extraordinary. I mean, now, man, he's now judging based on preseason form. What is this?
Did you not say that you was happy with Mosquito and Max Dowman? Did you not say that? So therefore, you're able to learn something from some of your players. I'm saying to you that your established players, the older players, the players that you rely on, where were they? Because it was the young G's, the young ones who were carrying you forward. That's what I'm saying, bro. Mosquito and Max Dowman look the most promising from your team. Yet my team, Odebear stood out, Spence stood out, Kudus stood out, Papsar stood out. Loads of players stood out, bro. And we're just getting started. That's the thing. So I'm saying to you, you're saying that you're not like, I feel like even Chelsea, you can see that they're looking good. Man City, you can see that with the signings they made, they're going to be good. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking you, Tony, I've not seen any sign from you guys yet that you're going to be good this year. And remember, the season starts in 2 weeks, not 2 months. 2 weeks, bro. And the other thing I would say to you, bro, is that North London is still North London. The way the tackles were flying in, the pace at the way the game was being played, that felt like a normal North London derby. You can't say the battle between Saka and Jed Spence was below par. No, that was a proper game of football where even me, there were moments where I had my heart in my mouth because the one thing you didn't want from today's game was either side picking up injuries. Look, the truth of the matter is, Tony, you've said it and you've said it well. Your team was poor today. You were pathetic. And what I'm saying to you is that I don't believe Arsenal fans, the top gooners will say, this was a pre-season. But the top gooners should be very, very careful because you're the same people that was relying on this is the tactic when you were scoring goals from corner kicks. This is how we play. Because I did say, when that well dries up, how would you score? And when that well dried up, you had no plan B. And the truth of the matter is, Arsenal doesn't have a plan B after 6 years under Arteta. What we do know, though, is when it's good for you, it's good and you win. But when it's tough for you, can you find another way? Can you dig deep? No, you can't. Today, you didn't look like scoring. I don't give a damn what anyone says. That's the first time I saw an Arsenal team who didn't really look that threatening. That's worrying. Yes, Gyökeres only had a couple of minutes. But, bro, the majority of those players have been at Arsenal. They've been around the block. They know what it means to the Arsenal fans. before the game, the players were chatting the most. Your manager was chatting the most. And even to bait the thing, Richarlison sent a nice little note saying, "Are you man ready?" Like the players called you guys out and you didn't deliver. That's worrying, bro. When a brother steps to you and you're all that talk, and then he says, "Go and then punch me," and you don't punch, then you look like a pussy this season. So if Tottenham has a run under Thomas Frank, then you man could easily finish 5th. But I'm prepared to give you guys 4th. As for Spurs, I think Tottenham under Thomas Frank, we can get 4th or 5th. And in Thomas's first season, that's not unreasonable. No one's sitting there saying Thomas needs to win the league. He didn't inherit a team like Liverpool on the clock, where Slot inherited already a strong team, and then he just does nothing and wins the league. No, we were in a mess. We finished 17th. So to finish 4th or 5th is like winning a trophy, in my opinion. And so I think basically Tottenham and Arsenal, one of them is going to get top 4, but both of us ain't.
Say that again.
One of us is getting top 4. Both of us is not getting top 4. But it looks like Arsenal won't do the necessary to get that deal done. So I can still see Eze potentially coming Spurs. But I think the big one that nobody's talking about the fact that Tottenham is legitimately looking at Rodrigo, and we're looking to make a marquee signing. And if Tottenham was to get Rodrigo on the left with Kudus on the right and Eze in the 10, it's gone. 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 So that's what I'm looking at. And Palhinha and Papsar is looking low for a lot of people. So that's the potential business that Spurs could do. They do it. Yeah, top 4 is definitely in the bag.